The window gone. Hey, in May, it hit triple digits. Hey, in May, a supernatural heat wave. Hey, in May, a supernatural heat wave straight out of hell. Burn, burn. Oh, I'm telling you, it gets hot down there. It have hot down there, man. Turn the air conditioner. It gets hot down there. Hot fire. And it's hot. Oh, Lord. My goodness, it's hot.
Into the truth frequency.
Your protection from deception. This is Truth Frequency Radio.
Good morning, TFR.
Good morning.
Hi, this is Alan. I like Ironworx because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworx with Josh, Walt and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworx on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the planet. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the Ironworx with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworx and become an Iron Scout.
It is Tuesday, my dudes.
Time to make the donuts.
Well, pitter patter, let's get at her.
All right, Ramblers, let's get rambling.
And a happy Tuesday to you all. Welcome to the Ironworx right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. We are also broadcasting to Rockfin, to YouTube, D-Live, Odyssey. Well, you know, there's a few of them. But we are glad you have joined us this morning. Let's jump right in to say hello to the fellas and to our special guest this morning. Say hello to Mr. Walter Johnson. Walter, how the hell you doing?
I am good. Looking for my mute button, trying to type hello to everybody and failing miserably. So it's too early to type. I'm trying. Hello, everybody. Adding coffee and kratom to the mix, even as we speak. I'm sure it'll be great. Oh, about 5:58 or so.
Once it all kicks in
But
together.
I'm here. So at least it's always, it's all about the journey, right? Not about the destination. So
that's what they say.
Yeah, CNN News, Salem, I can't say it. We are still on TFR. Still on TFR? TFR. Dun, dun, dun. Are we still on TFR? TFR. TFR. Dun, dun. I'm just trying to get into the groove.
Supernatural heat wave. Jesus Christ. You know, there's a lot to be said for great music production. There's a lot to be said for crappy music production, but being able to get out there and do it and try it and make an attempt. There's also a lot to
I
be
wish I
said
could
for
do it. I can't do it, obviously.
Garbage.
Anyway, I'll shut up and say hey to them other folks.
Yes, let's say hello to Mr. Zachary Zabala. You might know him from his channel, Good Times for All. Zach, how the hell are you doing, sir?
Hey, everybody. Not bad. I'm actually pretty well rested. I fell asleep at like 6:30 last night.
That'll do it.
Yeah, long day. No sleep Sunday night. Dealing with the neighbor's cat. I told you all about that already. But he made it. I have never seen a cat so out of it because they had to put him under for it. They had to cut through his stomach, even through his stomach muscles and all that. So they went pretty deep. But yeah, he was out, and he looked like he was wasted. Like, well, he was, but like on alcohol. Like he couldn't hold his head up. Like he'd lifted up and his legs weren't working right and everything. I felt bad for him. But he's
yes, that's how my cat was too after his little special man surgery.
Yeah,
he was very out of it. Very like literally lift a foot and he would just plop it back down and look at you like, what?
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. But he made it. He's got to go over there at 9:00 and start the medicine again. They can do most of the medicines, but they can't do the liquid. I mean, they're 68, 91. One of them, the 68-year-old, has one eye, so it's hard for them to do this kind of stuff. Right. But yeah, I love that cat so much. I mean, I did it for their other cat too, just because they're great neighbors, but and they made me take money last time. I told her this time, I was like, I don't want any money. Because when the doctor gave her the stuff, I saw her. She started like tearing up, like, I can't do this. It's like, calm down. I'll do it. And this time you're not paying me nothing, okay? I love him. He's my little buddy. I don't mind doing this. But yeah. 2 times a week or 2 times a day for about 10 days. And then they gave him some pain meds because they had cut through his stomach. And they said to just give it to him like every 2 to 3 days. Yeah, it's a liquid and everything. I've never seen any of this stuff before. And she had been given some of this stuff after a surgery one time. The woman did. So it must be something that's interchangeable between cats and humans. But yeah, it's supposed to really knock him out. I don't know. Yeah, that's why I slept so early yesterday. Yesterday was it was a long day. Long day. Just worrying. Even when I got home from taking them in, I couldn't fall asleep because I was sitting there thinking about them. Yeah, I don't know, these animals, man. They really, they become a part of your life and they're part of the family. And for some people, I know there's some people out there that, don't even like animals. They just don't. There's almost like a fear there or something. I don't know. But yeah, for me, I love them. How you doing,
Past
Josh?
life mauling usually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. I think we have a show title. Past life mauling.
Past life mauling. Yeah, my weekend by week thus far has been pretty quiet, pretty uneventful. Not too much going on around here. Yeah, just pretty typical. I want to give a quick shout out to Brian Gasca. We haven't seen him in a hot minute. Good to see you. Doing good, hanging out in chat.
See you, Brian. Welcome indeed, friend. Welcome indeed.
So let's just jump right in and say hello to this morning's special guest. You might know him from his classics such as The Mellowdome or Wake and Bake. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Awesome Austin to Ironworx.
What's
Christ,
up?
what show am I on? Jesus, what's up, Austin? How you doing?
Ironworx, baby, you know.
I don't.
Much love, guys. What's up, man? Everyone in the chat, much love to y'all. It's a good day. First day of my 9-day stay away from work phase.
What a nut. Who gets up at 4 or something on their first day off to come hang out with us nut jobs?
Right?
Oh, I was excited.
That's awesome, brother.
Oh, I fixed it. Yes. Oh, look at that curve.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I've been loving your live stream walks, man.
For real, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I like them too. I think Gaia likes
really enjoy just listening to you spit ideas and just share your thoughts, dude. Just keep doing that. That's awesome.
Thank you, man.
You're such
I'm gonna
a positive
plan on it.
person. You're a positive person, and we need more of that out there.
Yes,
I love
we
the
do.
way you live life.
I completely agree, dude. It's all peace and love, man. You know? And I am just sharing my thoughts. That's clearly what it is. I'm just off the cuff, whatever's up to my head. I'm just gonna, just being as genuine as possible, I guess. I don't know. It was good though, but those are just genuine thoughts, and I'm not trying to do anything. I just, I know other people out there relate to that. Everyone is a human, and we need to connect on that level. Get a little deeper. I like to do, anyways. But yeah, I'm glad I'm here with y'all, man. You guys are awesome.
And we're glad you're here too, man. Indeed, indeed. I see there Dan Morris in chat asking about the eclipse. Did we see it? It was apparently fantastical for Dan. You answered him there in chat. How was the eclipse for you, sir, and the boys?
Well, I would tell you it was pretty fucking awesome. It was the first one I've ever seen in person and actually paid attention to and things like that,
Right.
And but the thing was, I was at work and it was the whole day, cloudy, raining, thunder, lightning all day, and I'm leaving work. It's like 10 o'clock, dude, and I said this the other day on a walk and talk I did, and the whole way I'm driving home, I'm looking at the moon, and I see it's behind these clouds the whole time. I can see the light of it, bouncing off the clouds. I'm like, man, it's right there. It's like right on the edge of being revealed. And the whole time going home, I'm like thinking, like, just get out of the way, clouds, get out of the way, get out of the way, because I was wanting to go home, wake my boys up. We'll go outside and we'll get a good spot to watch it, and I'll talk to them about it, teach them what I've been learning, what I know, what NASA claims to say is going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm like daydreaming all that, driving home, looking, trying to in my mind, I'm thinking I can get the clouds out of the way. I'll get home and they'll be all gone. All the clouds will get out of the way. Well, I get home. I go inside. My boys are still awake. I'm like, you guys want to go watch the eclipse? It's like, yeah, we go outside and dude, clouds everywhere. Except right where the moon was. And we got to watch the eclipse the whole time. Not a cloud even crossed it. And it was just so awesome. My oldest was amazed. It was great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I feel like I became a cloud buster.
That's what's up, dude. That is, to me, that's been a key for a long time. When I realized I could manipulate what's going on overhead in some way, yeah, cloud busting is an old favorite of mine.
It's like intention.
Told you, Austin. You gotta try it, man. You gotta try it.
Yeah, and then when you were saying that in the chat, Zach, I was like, bro, I did that, dude. I really think I did that shit,
You did it. There ain't no doubt you did it.
Yeah, it was great.
Have you ever seen that movie, The Men Who Stare at Goats?
Right. Yes.
That's where I got that idea from. I didn't even try it. Like, as soon as I saw it, it was like years after I saw that movie. I had watched it again. I was out in the country roads in Indiana. You know how you could see for miles. It's so flat and everything, and the corn was all down. And I had like a 10-minute straight drive, straight line on a straight road with nobody around, So I saw this cloud, and I was like, I'm going to try it. I did it at first time while I was driving. I'm concentrating on driving, and I still bursted the clouds, and it freaked me out.
I'm not going to lie. I went off the road a little bit like, okay, let me get back on the road, because I was like, get out of the way. I want to watch this, And we were outside for a while, man. My oldest, he was the most we were into it. We even, he's even asking questions about, he's trying to figure out where he's at in this world. He's like, wait a minute, the moon would be here. I'm on a ball. The sun would be like down here. And then he's thinking, he's like, but if we're on a plane, he's like, man, this makes no sense. He's like, what does NASA say, Dad? And we looked it up, and it says, we're casting the shadow on the moon, and the like light ray that is the strongest bends around the earth and hits the moon. And my son's reading it out loud, and he looks up, he's laughing. He's like, this doesn't even make sense. We're all laughing together about it, and it was such a great experience. It was awesome. And I feel I slept great. The next morning, I get up. First thing I do, I'll make my rounds. I check everybody. I check the boys, check the animals. I always make sure everyone's breathing. I'm kind of weird like that. And, just doing my rounds, right? I get up. That's what I do first thing in the morning. And I go and I check on my boys. They just look so peaceful in the bed. Usually they're like half off the bed or whatever and just looking so uncomfortable or cold because they take their blankets off. But they were just like next to each other. They just looked peaceful. I slept so well. I woke up feeling so good. Like I feel like I got downloads from just being out there, honestly.
You got to do the little experiment with them now, showing how a sphere cannot cast a straight line circle onto another sphere. It makes a wavy line when you do that. And that'll really lock it in that, yeah. I mean, he already knows NASA's full of BS because he's got good parents, but yeah, that'll really, he'll know.
I wish I still had that P900, but it's off to the next lucky flat earther gets to play with it. But I wish I still had it so I could have, because it's so amazing. I want to get a picture of it. And you pull out the phone, it's like, man, this camera sucks. You get nothing out of it. So, but it was
try
great.
a cell phone. Try a cell phone. It sucks worse. Man, I was really, it was hard for me to know how to feel about this one because I had gone through the whole 2015 blood moon, super death moon, from a beyond destructo moon, whatever the fuck they were calling it during that time, Pentaverate moon, whatever they had so many names for it. It was the end of days moon. I mean, it was so pumped up in the media, and we're all looking at it like, okay, so this is our first chance to really see how really fucked up this model they say we live in is. And dude, as I sat out there in my front yard with my bad monocular taped to my old funky phone, streaming it live. Shout out Liz was there, a few of the others. Dude, it was just like nuts. It was nothing at all made sense about it. The way the shadow approached, the way it changed to a fucking red color. Oh, that's dust. You're dumb. Yeah, dust. Okay, fucker. Dude, the whole thing was just beyond nuts for me at that time. Just broke all the model apart. There's no way this all happened, and then move forward to some of the ones we caught after that. Just pretty much tore it completely apart. So for this one, I was like, yeah, I want to watch it. I want to see it, but I'm not going to go set up tripods, and I can't even get the monocular to work with this new multi-lensed camera array that's on the face of my phone. So I just went out to watch it, and suddenly
we just watched.
Wait, I've got binoculars somewhere. I know I've got regular 50. They're nice for stargazing.
Oh,
but
son of a bitch! I got a pair too. Why didn't I think of that?
That was the key to me because monocular and telescope and all that. You're one eye. Binocular, you've got stereo vision. It was a fucking ball, guys. It was a ball in the sky. I looked at a ball. It was three-dimensionally a ball. Something up there fucking floating. It's what my two eyes told me. Not a inverted reflection, not a picture on the dome, not a weird plasma dischargeable thing. Crystal ball, maybe. Cammy, where you at? But definitely to my eyes, which can be deceived, as we know, I was looking at a dimly, not really red, just sort of weirdly dark and maybe orangish colored fucking ball with two eyes, three-dimensionally, sphere. I've drawn 1 million of them in art class. It was a sphere. For me, that's what I saw. I've got pictures. It was really crappy on my phone. I'll shoot them to you guys here in the chat, or I'll just show them to you here in a minute or something. But anyway, yeah, that, to me, the stereo vision of those binoculars kind of was like, oh shit, hey, that looks like a ball, guys, to me. Again, things can be trickery and fools, and we've got the inverted Jesus face illusion. We all know about that, concave or 3D. I don't know. It could have been that, possibly, but not to my eyes. It looked like a fucking ball in the sky.
I got a question. How does everybody not see a full eclipse? If you can see the moon, how do you only get a partial eclipse when others get a full eclipse, but yet everybody sees the same 50% of the moon at that time?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Right.
Someone fully blocked and somebody else not fully blocked, but yet they're seeing the exact same image. It's not like the moon shadow on the Earth that only makes that 80-mile wide, blah, blah, blah. This is the moon 250,000 miles away that we all see the exact same side of. So how is it a partial eclipse for some and a full eclipse for others? That makes zero sense. We're all looking at the same object, the same circle. It's not a sphere that we see a circle, that we all see the same picture. So how is part of it shadowed for somebody and the whole thing shadowed for someone else? Same craters, shadow for some people, no shadow for others. Zero sense to me. I don't get it. I can't believe I never thought of that before. That just hit me while I was listening to you guys talk.
That used to be my argument about the cloud ring overhead that was supposedly formed by the ice of the Earth's atmosphere and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so that thing's 250 miles or whatever, 240,000 miles away, shining on half the Earth right now. But I'm seeing a tiny little ring of clouds immediately over my head because I know how clouds work. So explain this to me again, Mr. Science. And nobody could ever make it make sense for me. It's a fucking ring of clouds around the moon. It's what it is. I can see it. My eyes tell me that's what it is. It's not some illusion created by ice particles in the atmosphere, blah, 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 blah. How would half of the fucking Earth be, have a half circle of clouds around it? It don't make sense. It just never made sense. And that was in my teens, way before flat Earth.
Man, I never questioned any of that. I was all about that shit. I was all about it. But right now, like, I think it could be silver or something up there. But then I was just reading what Nachiketa was saying. Much love, bro. But he was talking about how the flag's all showing the star within the crescent of the moon, and then people recording stars through the moon. So it at times it becomes transparent or weird. Or are these? That's what makes me think it's just all projections. Like whether they're solid objects or not, what we are actually looking at is some type of natural holographic thing. We're not seeing the actual. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
Walter, if you put a marble in one of those miroscopes, right? And you looked at the
it might
analog,
look exactly like what I saw. You're correct.
Would it be a sphere?
Could be.
Yeah.
Or is it just a hologram?
Could
I mean,
be.
it's not really a sphere, right? It's the hologram of the sphere of the marble.
Oh my gosh.
So I was also trying to work out the whole crater Earth thing with this idea too, and I just couldn't make that in my head fit, because wouldn't the whole plane have to be lit by a sun for that to reflect upward into that image? And I don't know.
The moon map.
So
the moon map.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to speak out of turn, but just think of it like this: X-rays, cosmic background radiation, imprinting its X-ray up on the moon of the Earth. As the rays pass through the Earth, it's then like an X-ray image up on the moon. Not necessarily like lit reflection like a mirror, but think of it like an X-ray picture, an X-ray that was taken of the Earth, and that's the image up in the sky. Not that I necessarily believe this, but this is something you will probably be hearing more of in the very near future, I think.
I just don't know about the whole moon map thing, because when it comes to flat Earth, we're told that this plane is massive. We have this small, very local light. This very small local light is supposed to be able to project our known lands and some. But how can you? I don't know. It's just, how can all that fit on that little circle in the sky? It's I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But very interesting.
Yeah, I made up my mind quite a while ago that I'm not going to let these lights in the sky drive me insane. So I'll throw out ideas here and there. I'll ponder upon it every once in a while, but I'm not going to recognize it anymore.
Sorry, I don't mean to step on you. I just go back to the simple thing, like lesser light.
Right? The OG.
And they're a good reminder. It is. It's a reminder. We don't get to know everything here. You know, we just don't.
That was me. Sorry.
We can't.
Nice pick.
Again, it's like the fly that's sitting on top of the car. It has zero comprehension of the internal combustion engine. It's never going to comprehend what it is that car actually is and what it does and how that car runs and the intricacies of the mechanics of an automobile. It's just a fucking fly. It's never going to know. And I think that's what the great thing about the sky and about Earth in general is it reminds us that we're just ants. No matter how egotistical we as humans become, as a flat earther, you realize there's just things we're never going to know. We're not going into space. So you look up into the sky, that is the great unknown. I mean, it's like a watch with 57 different fucking hands on it. It's difficult to tell the time or to know what each hand represents, but I'll be goddamned if there ain't no clock up there. How it is or what runs this clock or what the exact mechanics of it, we will never know. We're just the fly sitting on top of the car. But it serves as a good reminder. It helps keep that ego in check. Remember, we're not God. We're never going to realize so many things about this place. The best we can do is to make it the best we have with what we can while we're here.
That's real.
Nice.
Speaking of clock.
Shout out to the clock. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. The clock is talking. It's saying, shut up.
Shut up,
We need
clock.
to do some remix. Shout out Andrew B. hanging out on Rock Band saying that in his opinion, Rahu and K2 are the only reasons that eclipses can happen. Sir, I've been right there with you with those bodies being talked about for centuries.
Oh, yeah. That just reminded me. That's what I was going to say. Oh, never mind.
We could say it on the
I
other
won't
side.
say it.
Hold that thought.
It's already gone.
That's like my thoughts. Sweet. Well, stick around. We'll see what thoughts pop back into our heads on the other side of the break. Which ones actually make it out of the mouth? Stick around. We got some more coming up for you. We'll let Chris pay some bills. This is the Ironworx.
You're never, ever, ever, ever going to feel like doing the things you need to do in order to have what you want. You're always going to need to push yourself. You're always going to need to parent yourself. So what is the net advice on this? What is the bottom line? The bottom line is no one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you. And because you're only ever going to do the things that you feel like doing right now, or that feel good right now, unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you've got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true. You're just not.
Discover the extraordinary powers of intuitive healing with pain transmutation, a method of holistic healing for the human soul, body, mind, and emotions. If you are looking for answers and a deep understanding of how to help yourself and the people around you to live a happier, healthier life, this is the right place for you. Learn how to read your soul's history in the Akashic Records. Remove negative energy attachments from your astral body and start the process of inner and outer pain transmutation. Join Pain Transmutation Community to get started on the path of intuitive healing. Change your energetic state. Manifest new and exciting experiences. Re-energize your life and build inspiring connections with others in our community.
If there's something you want to achieve, you can achieve any freaking thing you want as long as you know what the goal is. That's why goal posters or goal boards or even just telling someone what your goals are, writing them down is so important, because once you can identify your goal, it makes it so much easier to work towards it. And that's something that I think our children are not being taught in the school system right now, is how to set a proper goal. It's like, hey, what do you want to achieve? Well, the teacher gave me these things I want to achieve. Okay, well, what's that going to do for you? Well, I don't know. The teacher said I had to do it. Okay, that's great, but it doesn't teach them the logical thought process or the creative thinking process to develop a goal and then reverse engineer what they need to do to accomplish that goal. And we need more of that true goal setting in our society. Otherwise, we just have a bunch of sheep who have no idea what they're doing. They're just bumbling around. Don't be a sheep, be a goat. They're more creative and adventurous anyways. Be an ornery goat.
Real people, real radio. Wherever you are, make it TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
And welcome back to the second half of the first half of the Ironworks right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Josh, Walt, Zach, and Austin hanging out with you this morning. That's all I got.
So real quick question there, Austin. The picture you currently have behind you, was that taken on a Wednesday?
What the fuck?
Yes.
I thought it might have been.
The regular old, you said on a Wednesday?
On a hump day.
Yep. Regular old hump day. They do it weekly. It's new. You didn't know? This is by the equator because it's a little chubby around the equator.
Around the middle. Yeah.
You see the pear shaped
I see.
curve?
Yeah, the hip, right? That super sexy hip curve right
finally
there.
Have captured the pear.
Actually, if you watch this whole video, this is a screenshot from a 4-hour spacewalk done by the Chinese space bullshitters. And actually, at this camera angle, the video starts where the horizon is completely level, completely horizontal. And then you see it warp into a ball, just like the GIFs you guys see on, throughout social media. You see that GIF where it shows the AE map and then it warps into a ball, back to a map. That's literally what this did. And they leave it up for all of us to not even look at it because no one gives a shit. So I think someone can make a really badass video actually out of that. I'm not good at that. But if someone could grab that video, make a badass 5-minute video, and because I've showed this video to a few people, and their response was, "Holy shit, they are lying! They are lying to us!" Like that's the response I got showing a couple normies that video, and I would like, look, you see how it starts there and it keeps going. It's more. You can tell the whole video's on a loop. They were pushing it as a 4-hour live stream. It's a joke as usual.
Nice catch.
So let's do this. Let's take a quick call because I see we have one sitting up here on the call board.
Call?
What
is happening?
Can you believe it? Good morning, caller. Thanks for tuning into the Ironworks. Who we have on the phone line?
Hello.
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 Hola.
Brian.
That's what I thought.
I know that sexy voice.
Fucking shut
Man
up.
who should be on the radio with that voice.
Hey,
How's it going, brother?
good. Just to let you all know, I love you guys. Things have been fucking weird for me. I care a lot about you. Josh, Walt, Zach, Austin. Awesome.
A legend.
Well, we care a lot about you too, Brian.
For sure, man.
Hmm?
Yeah,
I had.
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I care about you guys a lot. And, you know, I've been distant. I've had to do shit to distance myself with family and friends. Don't take it personally.
No, never, man.
Just know that.
Yeah, we all got.
Hell, we just.
I love you guys.
I was gonna say we just took a month-long break. So if anybody understands, we do.
Okay, well, no, like, I love you guys. Just know that. I'm gonna hang up. I love you guys.
I love you too, Brian. You have been in my thoughts a lot lately. Just know that you are in my thoughts, and lots of healing vibes are going your way, even when you don't know it.
I'm sending you some right now, bro. Straight
Absolutely.
up.
Love you, Brian.
Love you
All
big
right.
time, my friend.
I'm gonna hang up. I love you guys.
Hey,
Just know
email
that.
me, bro, if you want. I'm dropping it in the chat, okay?
Fucking
in the
drop
YouTube
me
chat.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you, brother.
Love you, brother.
Brian.
Love you too, Brian. Good to hear from Brian.
Yeah, always awesome.
Damn, sorry. I like your email.
You didn't notice he is the last person that speaks on our intro that we had made with all the Iron Scouts.
That's a perfect fucking voice, dude. That's like...
Dude, it's frightening how good his voice is for radio and voiceover.
You like the Gmail, Kaiju King?
Yeah, Kaiju. That's all.
Bro, I'm a huge Godzilla fan, bro.
Did you like the new one? My mom was saying it was
loved it.
Well, the one with it
Wait,
looks
which
like 1950s Godzilla.
Oh, the Japanese one.
Oh, the new old-looking one.
You know what? I liked it. It was different. I didn't like how they mutated him throughout the movie. I like him when he's the good guy, not the bad guy destroying the city.
Yeah, see, I grew up in the 70s catching them at the theater. God, I'm old. And dude, Godzilla was the man. He was the savior he was the god watching over Tokyo. I mean,
I was probably the only 8-year-old watching black and white Godzilla movies.
Right.
Mothra was my shit, you know, like, oh yeah, that's his girlfriend coming to save everybody, you know, like she comes sacrifices herself all the time. Yeah. The little twins.
Did you guys ever see the offshoot of Godzilla? It was made in Japan, same monsters, different names, but they didn't fight Godzilla. They fought this Japanese guy named Spectre Man.
Yeah.
And when he did this thing with his arms, he would grow to be like 500 feet tall.
Yep.
You know?
Dude, there was Jaguar. He was also...
Yes, Jet Jaguar. That's who I was going to bring up. Yep.
Dude, I'm all about it.
Yeah, dude. Rodan, all of them, dude. That's my shit.
Now
there was a channel in Mississippi growing up that actually was showing Ultraman in the late 70s. It was like hard to get it to tune in where I lived, but I could catch it in the static. And there was Ultraman, and I'm like, what is going on my TV right now? This
now,
is
Ultraman,
amazing.
that was the cats, right? That all came together?
That was the giant guy, the kid that turned into the giant suit guy, Ultraman.
Well, Rick and Morty, the spoiler alert. But
That was
those
great.
kids, yeah, like a Ultraman type thing, but it was the cats that all came together. And I won't ruin it, but at the end, all right, all the monsters.
I won't ruin it, but I'm gonna tell you the end.
They're coming from like a parallel dimension or whatever. These monsters, they're coming from real far away, and what they're doing is they're trying to share the cure for cancer with us.
Yeah.
And the general's like, now you got to go in, you got to scream real loud, you got to wave your arms around frantically to try to get their attention. And every time they go in, our military comes in and just kills them. Now, we don't know if it's working. We don't know if they can understand us, but we must keep trying to get them the cure.
There's Ultraman, Zach. I put some up on the
screen. Ultraman for sure.
Man, dude, that's funny. But yeah, man, I'm big into Godzilla, dude. I like that. I can't give up. There's certain things that are just part of my upbringing that I'm not. And it's also, now it's become part of my like decompress mode, like where I want to get away and just relax and enjoy some stuff with my family. Now, that being said, whenever I do watch a movie, I still got those eyes where I'm like, oh, symbolism. Oh, no, it's more. Oh. To the point where my wife's like, we get it. And it's like, so, but I still love my movie, Doctor Strange, haven't seen that yet. That's on the list.
It's on the list, yeah.
I could ruin it for you if you want.
Dude, shut up. Somebody take Zach's microphone away from him.
I have a pretty good idea what's going on, though, from the comics that I remember growing up. So that's what makes this exciting. Like, you see them putting it all on screen. It's like, bro, I read these as a child. Like, this is cool, Yeah. But, Disney's evil. And, speaking of it, it was funny. Yesterday, me and my son, we were outside. We picked up a few of the tomatoes that were ripe. We were, he gets all excited. Oh, this is a really big one. Look at this one, And we went inside and he's wanting to take pictures of them. And he put 3 together to make it look like Mickey Mouse. And I was like, yeah, that's Mickey Mouse. He's like, I'm evil and I buy and steal everything. I started laughing. I was like, bro, that's so funny.
Awesome.
Grayson, like, my son is like a smart, witty kid. He's great. He did the voice perfect. He's like, I'm evil and I buy everything up.
That's epic.
I'm trying here. Hold on. It won't happen. Before we get too far from it, I just saw the pictures, but I am trying to get them to pop up. Okay, there we go. That were my sad attempts at the
What's up
beginning.
With that one picture?
I don't know. I'm going to get there. Yeah.
This mad.
The beginning. Wow. I don't know what's going on there.
What the hell, dude?
Yeah,
right?
I don't know what's going on there. There's footage from back in the day with I can't remember his name. I'll find his name in a minute. But he had footage of the moon like decomposing in layers and showing like this grid work, columns and shit inside the moon one time on some footage he had. I'll try to find it. But when I saw that was the first thought I had. It was like, holy shit, I've seen behind the moon. The cheese, that's the real cheese behind the moon. I don't know. That's what I took a picture of in the sky. That was during the actual.
For all of you out there listening,
Eclipse
it does not look like the moon at all.
Yeah, I'm going to put the pictures in I was going to say that for you on the radio. I'll put the show description. It'll have these photos for you. And then there's one
looks
I did
like a dirty tennis ball.
Exposure along, trying to catch more of the red, but it went too long. And there's the best orangish red I finally did catch, but not really great in focus. Another attempt where I got the eyes, not really sure what that's about. And then towards the end.
Wow.
And then someone threw these
I threw those up there.
Nice, dude. That's beautiful. Hell yeah.
That wasn't me. That was a buddy, Facebook friend, he did that the night before
Those are
the eclipse.
beautiful. So what's
There was a
going
huge
on
halo
here
last
and
night
here?
too. I don't know. Oh yeah,
You
I
see
didn't.
it? It's like a aura of a moon around the moon.
Yeah, I
It's
see a
just
crater in the bottom right-hand
Right?
corner.
right and left. There's one here too on the left. Right. It's different dimension, different area, but what the fuck?
Wow. Up top too. There's someone up top.
On the top, yeah, I caught it just as I was going away. One
Yeah.
to the left, right there. Crazy. All right, guys, enjoy that on the radio.
Yeah, right. They look like
Awesome.
sunspots almost.
But yeah,
Like,
I'll put
they
these
do.
photos will all be part of the show description pictures. So make sure you go to tfr.com/ironworks.
you know what that is? That's the
Okay.
reflection of the sunlight all bending around and projecting in front of the moon. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something else.
That was
Cool.
wild. You know?
That was
That
crazy
second
stuff.
picture you
But
showed.
that second one is nuts. Yeah.
Yeah,
That one
that's-
kind of made me go, hey, what the hell? I'm trying to did I stop sharing? No, I didn't.
Oh, you know what? It shows. Wait a minute. I'm backwards on YouTube, but I fixed that.
Then I hung up. I do that all the time. When I close pictures, I'm gonna close Skype. That's just right. Catch 22 in chat said it looked like pitted metal from a weld. That's another great description. Pitted metal. Oh, those fucking metal things that fell out of the sky. Those metal things that keep falling out of the sky.
Balls.
See shit. Were those smaller attempts at moons? What the fuck? Holy shit! My brain just melted. Oh, hold up.
Gonna have to ponder on that for a while. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna do it right this second though, because we are on the air and all that good stuff.
Holy shit!
Keep that thought. Don't let that one slip away there, Walter. Walter. What is that now?
So this was, I thought was a pretty interesting picture. It's just a screen grab. I played this just a few minutes ago while you guys were talking. I've shared the link a couple times. I just thought it was really interesting. So this is the spin launch, right? This is the goofy thing that spins it around real fast and lets it go and shoots it up into the sky.
Product? Is this an Acme?
This is the Acme product, right? But this is their 8th test number 8, and this is the first time they put what they call an optical payload on it, which of course is just
But wait,
camera.
Don't they know how physics work?
Surely.
Inertia and mass and just, things like that. I dabble.
The science has changed.
And so you can see, oh, there it goes. There launches its payload. And then this is the view from that camera. Now, first of all, they're in the desert, right? Can we agree that's not the fucking jungle? That's not out in the middle of the fucking ocean? That they're in the fucking desert? I'm guessing maybe the US, so it's going to be out west somewhere.
Or Mars, one of the two.
Well, I mean, it could be Africa, right? It could be the Sahara. It could be China. It could be the Gobi Desert. I mean, there's lots of deserts it could be. I'm assuming it's in America. I didn't research where this company is based of or where they did their test launches. So the rocket goes up. And this is where it gets a little confusing, is because if they are in the desert, which desert would it be for us to get that picture that we saw at the beginning? Weird little cut there. I'm not quite sure what that was about, but we slow down.
Well, it looked like it was slowing down quite a bit.
And it slowed down quite a bit already. And then we hit this picture. Where the fuck was...
Look at that.
So where's the desert that's going to be... You're going to get this picture of? Right? What are we looking at here? What is the white? Is it not ice, right? It's not going to be like the South. What the fuck is it? Is that just the clouds reflecting sunlight and all we see now is white? Is that what that is? I mean, we have no idea where they are. There's no, you would think they're pretty high up there, but it's not like we're seeing any water. So we're not getting a view of the continent or the country or anything. We still just see desert. It's brown desert and then white. It's got to be just a cloud bank, I guess. I don't know what the fuck else it would
Cloud
be.
bank is my best guess, man.
But the shape is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it looks pretty flat to me.
Looks pretty fucking flat to me.
Did you see how high they claim to have sent it? Because, I mean, there's definitely seeing the black of the sky. So I would bet it's over 50,000, 60,000 feet somewhere at least, right around there. But, I mean, really, how is that any better than sending it up on a balloon and launching
For
it
you
from
on the
100?
radio, we're looking at a video and audio.
But you play that back at a quarter speed, and that stuff is flat.
Let's find out where this is supposed to be. Spin launch.
That's what I'm looking up right now. I was putting slingshot, but I guess it's spin launch.
Spin launch, yeah.
Long Beach, California.
It's at acme.com.
Oh, New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Mars.
So we're not even getting up high enough to see the Pacific Ocean. Even in New Mexico.
They got headquarters in Long Beach, Spaceport, America, and New Mexico.
They're saying it's substantially less expensive and environmentally sustainable. Okay, but how much power
right
does it take to spin that thing up that fast? I mean, really, if you think about it, that's got to be consuming gargantuan amounts of power to spin something that big, that fast. Is it really? I mean, I know it's not jet fuel and it's not, going out into the atmosphere or this and that, but it's still creating lots of pollution. To use that much power, they had to be created somewhere and then shipped to the base or to this site or whatever and then used, but that power is still there. It's like people with their electric cars. Oh, you have to save the environment. It takes more to charge an electric car than it does for you. You waste more fossil fuels charging your electric car. It takes more fossil fuels than to use gasoline. So you're not really saving anything. The energy that was needed to charge your battery actually uses more fossil fuels than the gasoline in your car. So it's
25,000 feet.
25,000 feet?
Yeah, above the ground, it says.
Well, that's nothing.
No, that's not really anything at all. What the hell kind of launch is that?
They said this was a test flight. I don't know if
testers rockets was
that was a
close.
test flight on October 2021 with an onboard camera. And so I don't know if it was that one in particular that we just watched, but this one says that it soared a little over 25,000 feet. It gets from the ground. It's being spun around in a vacuum sealed centrifuge more than 1,000 miles per hour. Yeah, right. Things would break, right? Like, how can you? This is dumb.
And I think it makes it a little bit easier if you can use gears, right? So as long as you can put a gear on what's spinning your payload and just hook it up then to the hamster wheel, you can just put hamsters right on there and let the hamsters turn the wheel, which turns the gear, which spins the centrifuge, which launches your rocket. See? Environmentally sustainable. Hamsters on a wheel.
So it was a hamster, not a rat.
Stuff like that when I'm drinking coffee, Josh.
Well, the rats are in mission control, just so you know.
It's just funny how physics applies to this, but not to a spinning ball with water on it.
Oh, centripetal center, blah, 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 gravity.
Something. So this is the 2-minute warning. Bang. 2 minutes before we hit the halfway point. That way we can't say it snuck up on us.
2 minutes, Turkish. Oh, man. So you got any plans for the vacation? You're just going to unwind and relax with the fam? And
well, I'm going away this weekend with my wife and a few other people. Few other like-minded individuals. It's gonna be a good time. Other than that, I am staying home, not doing a damn thing. I mean, there's a couple things around here I've been needing to get done that I'm gonna do, and just try to spend a little more time with the wife. And also, I was gonna take a break from streaming, but I actually added 1 or 2 more.
See, funny how that shit works, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's good. That's really good because tonight we're gonna have Walt on, and if any of you guys from Iron Realm Media want to come, let's do it. So if you're still up for it, Walt,
be there.
Nice. So we'll be doing that sometime. We'll figure it out, right? Whenever, because I'm home all day.
I thought we had a time. I don't know it anymore.
Yeah, what do you want? 7?
7's good.
I don't know. Your time or my time?
Oh shit! Now you got me
whoa,
confused.
whoa,
I have
whoa,
to do
whoa,
math.
whoa. If you can get him nailed down to 7, be happy with that. Don't make him now pick a time zone too.
Dude,
right?
You're wanting like math.
It'll happen though.
Man, yeah, why? Yeah, tonight it'll be 7 on one of the coasts.
It'll be 7 o'clock somewhere at some point.
Walt's the only one who hasn't been on the Melodome.
I know.
Even LC King.
Look at that.
Shout out, by the way, to that gentle sir.
Legend.
Yeah, he's been on my mind too. Shout out, Lucas.
Yeah, he has mine as well.
Stick around. Second half. Ironworx coming up.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move. When you have a great melody, a song lasts forever.
Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes.
Did you know you can listen to Truth Frequency Radio on iHeartRadio? Just download the app to your smart car, smartphone, or smart TV and get the best of TFR wherever you are.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7, with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Why not visit the border? Why not see what Americans are seeing?
I think that at some point she may go to the border. We'll see, but we'll circle back.
You have a message for would-be migrants. Don't come.
Do not come.
Put it in reverse.
Do not come. She may go to the border. I will have to circle back on that one. Do not come. Do not come. I expect at some time she may go to the border. We'll circle back.
You have to understand that there's a reason people are arriving at our border.
So how quickly does this change what we see at the border?
I don't understand the point that you're making. There's not going to be a quick fix. I've been very clear from the beginning.
What her focus has been, what the assignment is to work with leaders. She's doing exactly what the president asked her to do.
It is insulting. It is embarrassing.
You have a message for would-be migrants. Don't come.
Do not come.
Put it in reverse.
Do not come. She may go to the border. I will have to circle back on that one. Do not come. Do not come. I expect that sometime she may go to the border. We'll circle back.
The reason that I'm in Guatemala is to address the reasons people leave home, flee. They want to stay. They don't want to leave. We are going to the border. We've been to the border. This whole thing about the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe.
What her focus has been, what the assignment is to work with leaders. She's doing exactly what the president asked her to do.
It is insulting. It is embarrassing.
You have a message for would-be migrants. Don't come.
Do not come.
Put it in reverse.
Do not come.
She may go to the border. I will have to circle back on that one.
Do not come. Do not come.
I expect that sometime she may go to the border. We'll circle back.
I don't know what you tell the people that live at the southern border. I guess they better arm up and get guns and be ready. Maybe they're going to have to start taking matters into their own hands. It is bad all around.
Don't come.
Do not come.
Put it in reverse.
Do not come.
She may go to the border. I will have to circle back on that one.
Do not come. Do not come.
I expect it.
This is Truth Frequency Radio.
The wicked ones obviously under heavy Masonic influence.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there. There was one? There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard.
Two space letters from Never a Straight Answer. Then tune in to The Ironworks with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworks and become an Iron Scout.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's when I was going to highlight a little bit of Brian for everybody, but we'll just play the whole thing.
I like Ironworks because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love Ironworks with Josh, Walt, and Zach. It's like sitting in your front room having a cozy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that Ironworks with Josh, Walt, and Zach, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the Ironworks on TFR.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. Iron Realm Media is the best on the plane. To the show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to The Ironworks with Zach, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the Ironworks and become an Iron Scout.
A wizard is never late. Nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to.
And welcome back. Arriving precisely when we mean to as well. This is the Ironworks right here on Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Also Rockfin, also YouTube, also Odyssey, also DLive, also Facebook, also probably a few other places. Hell, I just can't keep track anymore.
Big shout out to Diva there. I heard her talking. I know we saw her last week. I think she was in one day.
Mm-hmm. I think that's
But
right.
yeah,
Might have been week before.
week before.
I don't know.
Yeah. Hope you're doing well out there on the outskirts, New Zealand way. I know things I've heard, I don't know, but things have gotten real crazy out that way. And just draconian measures up the wazoo, and yeah, sending lots of love out there to
Let me
all
do
the
a
new
shout out.
businesses.
Can I do a
Yes.
shout out? Hey,
No,
just
I want
one.
to shout out. Yeah, right. I want to shout out Jeremy. I want to know more, brother. Hope you're doing well, and hope you're in, good spirits, high vibrations, bro. Me and him, we text each other. We got each other's number. He's a great guy, and I hope you're doing well, bro. Hope everything is great on your end. Shoot me a text, bro.
Always
Let me
hanging
know.
out with us in chat, and we appreciate the hell out
He's
of it.
awesome,
Sure.
man. He's
Oh,
great.
yeah. And
All
welcome to come hang out here if you're inclined. Definitely. Reach out. You know where we live, brother. I'm a little distracted because I got to digging for the video I was talking about. I know I've got it on my computer, but my computer organization skills are a little lacking, as we all know. So I give up. I will find it, though, because, as I said, it definitely had the moon doing some different stuff. It was really the craziest shit I've ever seen videos. And he always caught things like that. It was kind of that same phase I was going through where it felt like every time I pointed my camera at the sky, something was revealed. It was pretty crazy for a while. And again, I think it's more that whole just paying attention, thing that we don't do like we should. I mean, hell, you yourself, Austin, saying this was the first eclipse that you actually really paid attention to and looked at it in that way. So that, I'll find it. It's here somewhere. I know it is. But one day, not today. Oh, I did find the plasma moon video I have saved. See, I said I've got it in the moon area. I've got stuff under there that's about the moon, but not that video. So anyway, moving on.
Well, real quick before we get off the moon, that second picture, it's haunting me right now. I don't know. For real. I mean, how do you turn a picture?
What was that?
I don't know. I have no clue. I
It
don't
looked like
really
a dirty
understand.
tennis ball or something.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was out of focus, or that it looked like someone took the moon and shook it up like it was one of those sand things, but it was in the middle of being shook almost. I don't know. That was weird. I'm gonna have to show that to Cammie and Bob and see what they, because that, yeah,
There it
that's
is again
not
for y'all.
right. That's
what
breaking my brain.
hell?
I see some of the moon stuff in there, but now there is this thing called what is it? Atmospheric turbulence, for a better word. There's atmospheric seeing, they call it. And it's how well you can see through the turbulence, through, the amount of dust particles in the air. There's like 4 different things. But that looks like you couldn't recreate that right there if you wanted to. That doesn't, I see a little feature of the moon, the big circle, the upper, like
the big
maybe
ocean,
1:30,
the big
2 o'clock.
mare.
And that's it. That's the only thing I see that makes me think of the moon. The rest is like,
this is all the same night.
Yeah, this was during the eclipse.
Go back to the other picture real quick.
This was like as it started. The first bite was being taken out. And then this was after, as the peak had happened. I didn't know what time it actually was happening, and I was trying to just get some pictures of red or whatever, and it wasn't working out. And that's just one of them I caught. I think I have another one in here I'm looking for that has something kind of creepy-ish too, like that, but not quite as crazy. I'm trying to find it.
Looks like there's a hole on the side of it, big ass hole. I don't know. That looks weird. Wow.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy.
Yeah, if someone told me that was the moon, I would assume it was like the backside of the moon.
It's a motherfucking
Right,
Death
that's the dark
Star
side
is
of the
what that
moon.
is.
It flipped. It flipped. And that doesn't even, have that in it. I don't know.
Speaking of the moon, I found a gentleman, Karen B, I was in one of her chats, I think last Monday, the coffee talk.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Found a guy from Argentina. English speaking, been taking photos of the moon forever. So he sent me a few pics, and I started like weirding out because it didn't match up in anything. You know, he's at 37 south. I'm at 35 north. So our pictures on the globe should be pretty identical. Now, what it would look like on a flat plane is pretty different. But what he showed me was like neither. And my brain just started like, I started like overloading for a second. And then he sends another email about 10 minutes later saying, oh, scratch that, Zach. I just realized my camera wasn't set up how you had told me to set it up. And I was like, okay, whew, that makes sense. I thought I was going crazy. Like, yeah. So, but I told them, no worries, you know, it's going to take time, and we're going to set up a day where we're going to try to do it near the same time because we're about the same longitude as well. So, I mean, it should look just about exactly the same. 2-degree difference, which is negligible, really. But yeah, we're going to get this done. I'm going to wait for the next time the moon's passing the equator, so it's like right between the two of us. And yeah, these pictures are he gets really good pictures, super clear up close. So yeah, I'm excited about this again now. We're going to get this done here pretty soon.
Nice.
But
Very nice.
So big shout out to Karen B. Thank you for doing what you do and getting me connected with that guy. Awesome stuff. And it was cool because he asked. He's like, I'm down in South America. If anybody wants to do any test or this or that. I was like, what? So yeah, loving it. But I will not drive myself crazy doing this. I already did it with the sun. Spent 8 months studying the sun every day, not just studying in books, but taking pictures and measuring rotations and all kinds of stuff. And I knew less than when I started.
Yeah, more questions.
So yeah, I'm not going to let it drive me nuts. There's things out there where we can't know, at least not yet. And yeah, I'll wait for, when I can know these things, if ever.
If ever.
This place is just amazing. It really is. Have you seen the Enoch stuff coming out lately? Eddie USA, Eddie Banjo USA, Brazil, Japan.
I just watched something about him. What did I watch about Enoch? I'll have to go look at my history. It was a minute
In the
ago.
book of Enoch, it talks about going to the wastelands covered in ice, and then beyond that, the rocks that are covered in ice, and all this stuff, and how all the other soldiers lay dead while Enoch was the only one that was taken, and this and that, yada yada yada. It's explaining Antarctica, like word for word. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah, I got into that and I got the same idea. I'm like, wow, they are literally explaining Antarctica. And then there's a point where they talk about it all just like how did they explain it, man? It was wild. It was wild. Everything was cold. The way I took it was wow. Just like you said, like they are out there right now. They took them out there. They took them to all these different places. Or he took them, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and then Enoch talks about the wheels in the sky, the gears.
Yes.
Up above and all this stuff. I mean, I want to know. Now, but if you had a choice, Austin,
yeah,
you could go up there and see everything. You could come back for one day to explain what you saw, but then you had to go back. No more seeing your family. No more.
Oh no, I'm not going. I'm staying. I don't want to risk losing them over.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to know that bad, but I would love to, but nothing will death
pull you from your family. That's beautiful, bro. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm not in any super hurry to do it.
And I
stay.
wouldn't even the idea of like, oh, you could take off. No, I want them to have a full, beautiful life here. I don't want the end to come. Other people are like, I can't wait for the end, and it's like, no, thank you.
I mean, I'm excited, but I shouldn't say excited. I don't fear it. like I used to. There's
The
a
fear
big
I have is,
leaving your family.
yeah, will I even remember that? Like, will I still be myself? The other day, I heard someone say your body's not your soul. Or the way they said it was uh, just pretty powerful for me in that moment, because that is a fear of me, for myself, is will I still be Austin with these memories of my family and my children, and like, will that still be there, or will all that be gone? Will that stay with the flesh?
With the programming and the brainwashing since birth, are you
Right.
even Austin right now?
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's where that's where I go, And it's like, what is after this? It just gets me. Because then I go, where are the people that aren't
I
here no more?
mean,
Where are they? And then that's where Enoch brings up these other places, Sheol and all. Okay,
yeah.
so my parents are there waiting Judgment Day, which, from the way I read it, was a singular event. So I don't know. It gets wild. But I do have some fears of that. My fear is I don't want to be taken out by any of these deceptions, like, people, medical system, whatever. And I want to stay here as long as possible so I can just give them all the information and all the wisdom that I have and all the tools you need to navigate this realm and try to be the best men that they could possibly be. That's my goal.
That's beautiful, brother. That's beautiful.
I just
I'll
thought
say
of a name.
this. I had lots of experiences growing up where like so many young children in my family, especially my brother, would talk about things from when they were big. They came here with memories. I think that gets fucked up out of us with that brainwashing and fucking over that you're talking about, Josh. Because I think that is part of what is supposed to happen. Is you're supposed to fucking bring that shit with you so you can learn and keep going and be the best you can be, and teach that. So the fact that it would be erased in some way is just ludicrous to me. Always has been. That's my issue with the whole soul trap thing. Anyway, I
Right.
think that those memories are part of who you are. Those memories are part of why you go back to the same family situations, not necessarily the same exact situation, but how many times do you meet somebody and go, well, I've known this person. This is family to me. I mean, we meet people through the show all the time. It's like, well, not just have I met a new friend. That's a person that was in my family. They're here for a reason, just like I am. And we probably are a soul tribe. There's those things are so true in me. And I get chills talking about them, even as I
Bro, you just
say
gave
them
me
right
chills.
now. Well, that's what I'm saying. Even as I'm saying it, the truth bumps show up. So, yeah, I mean, I don't. I don't think there's ever going to be anything strong enough to erase Austin. I just don't. But that's just me. I could be wrong.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the thing.
a
Go
lot of
ahead, son.
these secret society families, I think that's what they do to their children, is they try to block that spiritual connection from birth. I mean, they start right away. What is it the Jesuit says? That priest, give me the first 7 years of a child's life, I'll give you a lifelong slave. Well, I've done, quite a bit of research into these secret society families and how they raise their children. It's almost like they have, like the Italian mob has a consigliere, but this person is like the head of your household. Not your father, not your mother, none of that. This guy tells them what to do. He probably did this to them when they were children. And now he's doing it to you. And I mean, I don't want to get into too many details. Here's like one of the first things they do. They'll sit the child down at about 3 years old when they can start when they know words and they're speaking and this and that. They put a cup of water in front of them in a room. They have this guy standing there, the mother standing behind the guy. And every time the child reaches for the water without permission, it gets punished. And the mother is not allowed to show any type of emotion. And I mean, it's just horrible, the stuff that they put their own, families through, but yet it's like it was done to them. This is their way. Like we sit down and have Christmas and blah, 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 presents and all that kind of stuff when we were children. This is what they went through when they were children. It's like the exact opposite of love. That's why, knowing your enemy is so important. Don't hate them. Feel sorry for them. They don't know any better. Really, these are the people that need the most help. I know they have all the money and all the cars and blah, blah, blah. But every night, I guarantee most of them have to drug themselves to fall asleep. One way or another. They're not happy. None of these people.
Oh, that's so real. I used to have to do that. Like, you can't, man, yeah, there's a lot of people that are completely trapped in that. They think that's the power, But I think connections like this is the true power. Like, Flattoberfest and all these things, that's power, like the human connection, people resonating, I think there's always been good and evil ever since back in the day. Like, yeah, I don't know. You guys are awesome, by the way. I just want to say you guys are awesome. I like this stuff.
There's the whole idea that
this is what we do, man. I love this whole thing. My brain has been broken since the metal sphere, so I'm just soaking it in.
We got to find the Jerry Marzinski interview and re-go over that one. I think we should play it and just sit and comment on it in chat. It was more people need to see that. Even Darwin had demons above human beings on his evolutionary scale. And this guy, Jerry Marzinski, he was a psychiatrist for 30 years, 29 years, something like that, dealing with schizophrenics. That's what he was, an adrenaline junkie, still is. And he wanted to sit in a room with schizophrenics and figure it out. And he came to the conclusion, wrote a book on it and everything, got blackballed from the community, that these beings, these entities, are like a community of these beings. There are a lot of them out there. They even switch, okay, this person's seeing through the programming, we need to go to a higher level one and put them on. Jerry knew exactly what these beings were telling these people that could hear him. And he would tell the schizophrenic person before this voice told them. And it was starting to freak him out. But yeah, we see 7% of light that we know of. We don't know the whole spectrum. Does the spectrum ever end? We don't know. We can only measure so much of it. But yeah, there's stuff out there, folks, that is, beyond us. And now, are they really in charge of this place?
I doubt it. I really doubt it. I think they're probably fumbling around just as much as we are. I think it goes back to what Karen was talking about Friday, with the idea of Bigfoot, Sasquatch, and how, just like humans, there are some that are really great beings, soul protective forces, and there's some that are a little more on the trickster side of things, maybe a little more aggressive. That thing. So that was something we talked about quite a bit back in the day in the UFO community, was that just like us, there's probably all kinds of agendas that work there. So these beings, these things, think about that scene in They Live where the first few times he's got the glasses and he walks to the newsstand, he's looking at the books and the magazines, and they're all just filled with words. So it's like, consume, reproduce, marry. So then he looks up to the guy, the alien, quote unquote, and he's got the same newspaper he is purchasing for himself to read. So if he is an alien and sees just consume, produce, if he's just seeing those words, what the fuck is he buying that for? That's not entertainment. That's not information for him. So he's seeing the same written words that we're all seeing, and he's getting the same fucking mind control we're all getting. That's just something that seems to skip some people's heads in that movie. I think that's part of it too. I think they're under just as much duress, hierarchy, control, subjugation, fucking trying to get through it, trying to get out of it. Yeah, they're just as fucked over as we are. And that's, I don't know, maybe. Again, I could be wrong. I have been today.
have you ever heard about the shaman monks up in Nepal, Tibet, places like that, that in their writings they talk about imaginary people, like your imaginary friend you had as a child actually being a conscious being that you created. Now they talk about this, doing it as an adult and having to be very careful when doing this because you have no control over this conscious being. And the more energy you put into it, it's like the stronger it becomes. It can start manifesting itself.
That's wild you said that right there.
Yeah, I mean, are we the ones creating all these beings?
Right.
With our thoughts.
In the show, they got this new show, Moon Knight, where it that very thing you just said is kind of the idea of the show, where this man with like schizophrenia, other personalities, that he's created when he was a child through trauma, like major trauma he went through, that he created these other personas that ended up being his friends that later in life, and then when he dies and all that, you realize these are two different souls now. This is a whole nother soul within this one. It was just wild the way you said that. And then when you look into other things, it just gets pretty trippy.
In Tibet, it's called a tulpa from Nachiketa, and then I see it's an egregore as well from him. Interesting. We're getting like right at the last minute and a half before break. It would seem, I offered earlier, and it seems like Andrew B took me up on it, but he got a busy signal trying to call in. We would definitely love to hear from you, Andrew, man. Great to talk to you, man. I hope we can. You've been hanging tough with us on Rock Band. So
is Rock Band still working for y'all? Because this stopped working.
I'm there with Andrew right now, is all I can tell you. As far as anything beyond that, I'm a little limited. I am not subscribed currently. I do know it's possible there's a number issue. To get directly through to us on TFR's number, it is 213-233-3998. That's 213-233-3998. You can also try 833 TFR Live. And we'll make sure and keep our eye on that as well. And hopefully you will go through and not reach a big signal. Andrew. All right, guys, we're talking with our good friend, awesomeness himself, Austin Legendary. Come back around and hang with us. Hopefully we'll get to talk to some new folks as well. It is the Ironworks. It's TFR.
Now, let me give you a little simple formula for goal setting. I've divided goals into two parts. First is long range. That's your dreams for the next 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years, actually the rest of your life. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to be? What do you want to see? You've got to have something to go for that inspires the heart and the soul. For yourself, for your future, for your family, the dreams of love and enterprise and travel and doing things, becoming something unique on your journey here. Don't lose your dreams. Do some dreaming. That's long-range goals. You've got to have those. Here's the second part of goals, short range. Short-range goals. That's your goals for tomorrow, this week, this month, this year, the immediate future. We call these confidence builders. Because if you set up something short range, go for it, get it, latch onto it, work hard, accomplish it. That starts building your strong feelings to go for your dream.
Hey everyone, it's Chris Gio, founder of Truth Frequency Radio and host of Beyond the Veil. The mainstream media and establishment are running scared right now, and they've prominently featured truthfrequencyradio.com as number 89 on the federal government's hit list, also known as the fake news list, which is essentially a list of sites slated for censorship on Facebook, YouTube, Google, and other social media. Now is the time for you to get involved. Share your favorite TFR shows far and wide on forums and social media. Tell your friends and family about your favorite shows. If you're a business owner, get in touch with us to feature your product or service right here on TFR. And if you haven't done so already, become a TFR supporter now and get unlimited commercial-free downloads in high quality.
Visit truthfrequencyradio.com/sign up.
Thank you for making TFR the leader in independent and uncensored talk radio. Truth Frequency Radio, your protection from deception.
Greetings, Earth Explorers. My name is Brooks Agnew, and I am your host on X Squared Radio every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Truth Frequency Radio Network. This is where the past meets the future. We explore the mysteries of the universe and of the Earth. We might go a little past your imagination, but have no fear. You will be safely traveling with us. We will dissolve the propaganda of dangerous people with dangerous plans for the planet. We will discuss the latest technologies and challenges for humankind. We will discover the safest place for you to stand when the thinkings and doings of mankind come flying apart, and how you can be one of the people that helps put it back together. Join us.
You are now tuned into the Truth Frequency.
Your protection from deception. TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
The noise wasn't quite as bad, and we went right on up, and I saw darkness. I thought I was going to see the world, but we weren't quite high enough.
I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson, bitch. Inconceivable!
And welcome back. Fourth and final segment of the Ironworks kicking off now. If you're doing the math, that makes it the second half of the second half. So you know.
The fourth quarter.
Right. Fourth period, right? Like in hockey.
Sorry, I'm playing around trying to find out if we got Andrew in here. And it looks like he's struggling with some ISP issues. So hopefully we'll get to hear from him at some point before we leave. And if not, dude, you know where we are. Please give us a call when you have a minute. Sorry, go ahead. I'm stepped all over you.
Yeah, so they call it a Darwinian demon. I'm having trouble finding his actual writings on it.
No,
But it's a
finding real research?
Yeah, it's a hypothetical organism that would result if there were no biological constraints on evolution. Such an organism would maximize all aspects of fitness simultaneously and would exist if there were no limitations from available variation or psychological constraints. It is named for Charles Darwin. Such organisms would reproduce directly after being born, produce infinitely many offspring, and live indefinitely. And they call them Darwinian demons. It personifies an entity that is able consciously direct an organism's evolution. They forgot a word there. Huh. But here we go. Evolutionary change of Darwinian demons, but Maxwell's demon and information acquired, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'll do some more research on this and get back to y'all. But yeah, Darwin supposedly believed in demons. I mean, a lot of the people did supposedly back then. I mean, I never got to talk to him and ask him or anything, but Newton believed in demons. A lot of these older guys, supposedly. Yeah, it's interesting stuff to look into. That now it's more hooey, you know. It's mythological beings, Zeus and Thor, and I was thinking about Thor's hammer. You know, you could create an object. I'm not saying we have the power to do this yet or ever will. But knowing what I know about electrostatics and this and that and electromagnetism, I mean, if you made a certain hammer that went with a glove, and when the two went together, the hammer was not, electromagnetically stuck to the ground. You could pick it up, throw it around. You could throw the hammer and it would come back to your glove. All kinds of cool
we
stuff.
Allegedly have technology that will track you down by your blood scent. So if we can do that, big if, why couldn't it key off of something even deeper than a glove you would have to don? Why couldn't it be tied to your very salts that you have to refine to a certain point to be able to wield such a hammer? Because that's basically what is going on with Thor's hammer. If you're not worthy, you're not fucking with it.
I was just going there, my brother. I was just
And so to be worthy, you got to have done some decent shit to change your essence, your salts. Shout out Special K. I see you in chat. So yeah, I think I think you're onto something huge there, Zach, for sure. I mean, how many times have we seen that in mythology? Look at fucking the Arthur's sword. Excalibur had to be wielded by the correct one. It had to be the correct person, not just any Joe. So yeah.
Well, they have guns now that are like biometric.
Right, there you go. Back there,
you have to have either a thumbprint or something, like, I don't know if it's advanced as like the sweat coming off your fingers. You could just touch it and it would read your DNA. But I know they have guns that are biometrically locked now. So the enemy can't just pick them up and use them against you. And I'm sure that's more special forces type of stuff, super advanced weaponry that they don't want falling into the hands of other people.
Right. Shout out Orishi, Link's Master Sword. Another one you have to be worthy to wield. So, yeah. Speaking of Thor, let's look at the Rainbow Bridge real quick. Hang on. Don shared some photos with us in chat. I'll make sure these are part of the collage I'll be assembling for the show description this morning. Man, those are awesome rainbows. That one has some of the gray area that I call colors you can't see. Talking about that band you were speaking about earlier, Zach, I think we're seeing a hint of it. That grayish on both sides of the rainbow reminds me of what I see when I play around, or used to play around with actually viewing people's auras in real time, real life, not with a photo or Carillion photography or any of that. But yeah, it's very gray, amorphous, hard to see sometimes. Anyway, yeah, very awesome pictures. I don't think.
Man, I have been getting this stupid story about what happens to astronauts when the International Space Station gets an orbital reboost.
Yeah.
For 2 weeks now, I've been getting this every day because I won't click on it. They keep showing it to me. I just want to see how long they're going to keep this up here on my feed and not take it down. It's been 2 weeks. Every single day I see this. And I'm not going to hit do not recommend, blah, blah, blah. I just want to see how long it's going to go.
So it's a stubborn thing at this point.
Yeah, it's like they want me to click on this ad.
Oh, them. Yeah, they're the ones being stubborn. No, I just don't even know what my newsfeed is anymore. It's the biggest jumble of mess I've seen in a long time. I think I purposely started clicking on, like things that were not really whatever to me, just to kind of have something besides freaking that, like you say, that story endlessly, or pictures of the Webb telescope endlessly, and just all the same shit over and over and over. And so now it's just become this bizarre, like there's strange, surreal art, there's crazy, just stuff, crazy stuff. I don't even understand some of it. Bands I don't care about, games I've never played, just a lot of, I think it's gotten back to a generic feed because I've played with it so much. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, hardly any space lettuce. Knock on wood.
Remember when they told us all to go out and buy electric vehicles about a month ago? Because the oil and blah, 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 gas prices. Oh, just go out and buy an electric vehicle. It's only like 60 grand. No worries, right? Well, now electric vehicles no longer an economic alternative as supercharging rates go through the roof.
What?
What? You mean the electricity's going to cost more too now?
Wait, no. It's almost like they had a plan here. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's 180, like they always do. You're not saving the environment by buying an electric vehicle. You're hurting it more because it costs more fossil fuels to charge that thing up. Now, if we were grabbing the electricity out of the ground or the sky or all these other places from the sun, from waves, how many waves there are that hit the shores? And we could be collecting all that energy daily. We could probably power the whole country on wave energy. But no, you can't do that. We're going to burn fossil fuels to make steam like we've been doing for how long? Or even nuclear. Nuclear is still steam. There's still a lot of oil and stuff that's needed to lubricate all that stuff. I mean, you're always going to be using these fossil fuels until we start advancing our technology to where it actually should be. That's just how it is. And until they start there, we're going to be burning more and more of these fossil fuels the way we're going. Electric vehicles waste more fossil fuels than putting a fossil fuel in your car and running it off that.
What are fossil fuels again?
And dinosaurs and stuff.
Oh, that's right. That's where some dinosaurs turned to oil and some didn't. I forget. I'm just trying to keep up.
It's science. It's science, right?
Science.
Yeah, science.
Yeah, bitch! Nope. Wrong one again.
Yes, science.
I love it. Yeah, and Carrie Woolley brings up a great point. The electric batteries, they are toxic. Once they're done, it's like horrible, horrible stuff left over inside that you don't want in the ground or your drinking water or your plants to be around. I don't know. Enough bitch. Yeah, exactly.
What's the child labor laws where those people are mining all that shit?
Yeah.
There was one?
Right?
But we don't have to worry about that. That's Ukraine, right? China. We don't care about what China does. They make everything for us. We can't bitch about them. Let's bitch about somebody else. Did you know? Remember how everything? You may not remember this, Austin, but when I was a child back in the 80s, everything was made in Taiwan. Everything everything now says made in China, right? Well, China kind of took over Taiwan. And I bet that all these things are being made in like a lot of these same factories, and they just changed a little stamp from made in Taiwan to made in China. I thought some big swing happened and this happened and that and blah, 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 blah. Maybe that's why we had to open up trade with China. Thank you, Bill Clinton. Is because they took over Taiwan, and they were the ones that were making all our stuff before that. I don't know. There's a reason for everything they do.
Where can I get some of that moon soil?
You gonna try to grow some good in it?
Yeah.
Well, apparently they've just got it for sale on the internet now, I guess. Or a facsimile thereof.
Why not?
Just read that sentence right there in the middle of it all. While the seeds germinated and grew, they didn't exactly thrive.
I'll sell you some moon soil, Austin, by the ton if you want even.
But you got a lot of driftwood?
Well, yeah, just prove me wrong. How you going to know if it's moon soil or not?
Right.
So they did grow in moon soil for the first time, and it actually says in the story, when NASA launches Artemis astronauts back to the surface to moon in the years to come, no date given, they should be able to grow their own salad. Hello, they've been listening to our show.
Space lettuce.
What they grew is kind of similar to mustard greens. What is up? Some greens on the moon. In a tiny sample of regolith collected on 3 different Apollo missions a half a century ago. So it took 2 days and they started to sprout, and they definitely grew in a way that indicated they were stressed. Everything sprouted. Everything was astonishing. I'm just paraphrasing here quickly. Yeah. But breathing in lunar dust can damage lungs.
Just keep that in mind next time you're on the moon.
I mean, just on the moon, make sure you don't breathe it in. That's what I was thinking. Hold your breath.
What were they doing when they got back in the capsule and they had to knock off the dirt off their boots?
Oh, he just Buzz just chunked his out. He didn't want all that dust in the capsule with him. He knew better. He chunked his right there on the surface of the moon, buddy.
Yep. Just take your suit off and
They
leave it
just
there.
stripped down and held their breath and jumped in the buggy.
Pocket full of quarters, apparently, when he was up there too.
From like
$50.
1975. They made
Pockets
Buzz
were
some
full, man.
early prints of 75, 77 quarters. He's been selling quarters for a long time.
He took his whole collection with him. The ones that don't have even existed.
I took 3,000 quarters with me to the moon. Sell them for the next 75 years until I can get up.
They had no idea.
Until I can get moon or Mars quarters, I'm just gonna have to hawk these moon quarters.
He got drunk and was huffing the moon dust. He was doing lines.
Yep, busting rails of moon dust. Have a quick shout out to David Clark, who was recently added to a little Telegram group from people local to me that met up through the Flat Earth Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app.
Hell yeah, that's
Blue Water
awesome,
Bay.
man.
So he was recently added to the Telegram group and was asking for some podcasts and stuff to listen to. Said he had been listening to some Nathan Oakley and was just trying to find something else. So I sent him Globebusters and, of course, Jaronism. And, of course, THC, Truthers Comedy Hour, and, of course, Mellow Dome. Then, of course, IRM, because I'm a little bit partial to IRM.
I know those guys.
Yeah. So he was super appreciative. So many
Those
thanks.
are all great shows.
yeah, and I was just thinking of how cool it is to be able to recommend channels like this for Flat Earth. Even though it's not necessarily Flat Earth shows, it's shows by Flat Earthers. And it wasn't that long ago. It'd have been hard pressed to find any real sort of positivity where that's the ultimate goal as far as Flat Earth shows out there. So many things were based in the negative for a long time that it's nice to be able to put that out there and have that people cut their teeth sort of on these type of shows where we're sort of more interested in the person and figuring out how we can all get along on this plane rather than how to play the one-upsmanship and looking out for number
Amen to
one.
that. That's real, dude. Yes, Josh. Loved it.
You spoke about the app and he appeared. Shout out Dave, the man deep inside the rabbit hole. What's up, David? In chat, we see you, brother.
Always.
He needs a spotlight like Batman, you know?
How much time we got? Okay, so we noticed, a space lettuce, and we covered that. And then I had thrown a little story in the mix about scientists blowing up their lab after creating the strongest magnet ever, which Josh pointed out is a story we covered not too long ago. The story dated May 9th, 2022. So we'd spoken about that previously. So now we got magnet lettuce, space lettuce, whatever, magnet lettuce. I don't know. Well, I think we've now got, I don't know, drywall lettuce. Didn't we talk about space having invisible walls not too long ago? Maybe sometime last year. This seems very familiar to me. Symmetrons, I remember that fucking name. This all seems so. We've talked about this. And yet, here it is, May 10th, 2022. It's like they just are trying to fuck our brains over with these loops of just mindless stuff of just here. They have to believe it if we keep pushing it, right? They'll believe it. Or is it their way of telling us about the what we call the firmament around our little area?
Well, see, the first sentence, I think, pretty well sums it up. Scientists invoke, quote, new physics.
Oh, to go with the new
end
one.
quote. Yeah, to explain this weirdly synced up satellites observed around the Milky Way and other nearby galaxies. So if you're introducing, quote unquote, new physics, how are you able to, define anything?
Would you just come up with a fifth force? In quotes, fifth force.
So then wouldn't you have to incorporate that fifth force into the first four forces and then the creation of those and then the calculation of those? Since this is a new force, shouldn't there be taken into consideration?
Is that the lambda extra secret science? Oh my God.
No, you guys just don't get it. This is space science. Different.
Yeah, new physics, trying to figure out dark matter, and it's all about some kind of wall in space, essentially. Cosmic web. I'm looking at you, Hattie Bob. Does anybody even remember Hattie Bob anymore?
I remember Hattie Bob.
I know you do. You're the man who brought it to the world.
No. Maybe St. Louis.
I remember. Remember.
So symmetrons are one of many speculative particles that have been missing. Symmetrons are one of the many speculative particles that may have been proposed to fill in some of the missing links in the standard model. So it helped explain the existence of dark matter, dark energy. I think they thought really hard.
Oh, they thunk it all right.
We know that we need new particles because we have dark matter and we have dark energy. We made those up, so now we have to make up some. I mean, wait, is that what it says? No, that's not what it says. That's really what it is. Yeah, this is a really long article with a bunch of crap. There's a 50-50 chance that 2 regions will adopt different values. Holy shit, that is a miraculous statement. 50-50. Of one
So
thing or
flip
the
it
other
to
happening.
It either will or it won't.
50-50, buddy. 50-50.
So that's where our science has gone to from 100%, you know, this is how it works to, yeah, it's about 50-50.
Yes, science.
There he is.
Yay for me. I did it right.
Oh my goodness. That's about wrapping it up, folks. We got a couple.
We're about to hit the end of it all, y'all. Well, thank you so much, Andrew, for giving it a shot. He's having issues calling in. He did say, though, how is it possible to see a full moon during the day? Line of sight issue, absolutely. We shouldn't be able to see a full moon day or night due to line of sight. He's done it in AutoCAD. Dude, come hang out with us. We definitely will hang out on a Friday and we can bring it up and show what you have. I would love to see it. Absolutely. Thank you for the tip as well, Andrew. And hanging strong there on Rock Band. Thank you guys in the chat with us over there on the YouTubes and anywhere else. Oh, wait. Hattie Bob, B-O-V, as in Victor there. Dan Morris asking, what is Hattie Bob? We'll get Josh on that for you. He's our current arachnophobic specialist. Anyway, Austin, thank you, brother, for hanging out with us this morning.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely. You
Love
have some
this.
days off, so you're welcome anytime you're awake and want to hang. Absolutely. And what time will they be seeing you and I this afternoon, evening, sir?
7 p.m. Eastern time.
So 6 for you guys here in the central region with me.
Yep. It's going to be a good time.
All right. Absolutely, brother. I can't wait to hang.
Hell yeah.
Josh, Zach, love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Angelo, I see you there on the call board. Sorry we didn't have time to pick you up.
Oh, Angelo, what's up, brother? Miss you, man.
I've been thinking
Come
about
hang.
you, man. Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Make sure you try to call in again on Friday. I'll keep a better eye out and we'll get to you. Much love, Angelo. Much love to all the rest of you guys. Make sure you also tune in this coming Friday morning for another episode of the Ironworx right here, Truth Frequency Radio, TFRlive.com. Be good, be well. Bye-bye.